Hey, it's Krista-Lynn. And this is not a conversation I want to have, and it's why I'm going to force myself to have it, because we're not talking about the fact that no one is really listening. Have you seen this meme, this little thing that goes around Facebook that says, suicide prevention, post this on your wall. Someone is always listening. People aren't listening. People aren't listening, and it's time we learn how. They didn't teach us how to listen in school. We were told and taught how to sit down and shut up. We are taught how to obey the rules. We're taught how to memorize things and repeat them back like a parrot, but we're not taught how to listen. And we're not taught how to ask people the right questions. And I'm so uncomfortable, so I'll just throw it out there right now. On this date, 2 years ago, I was suicidal. Like, I was adamant. I was dead set on dying 2 years ago today. And that lasted for a period of like 2.5 years. I was at the, do or die moment, no pun intended, 2 years ago today. Not only am I alive and thriving, so is a friend of mine. It was in trying to save her life that I was able to save my own. And you know why she's alive? Because I was ballsy enough to ask her some questions. I was listening. Listening isn't just hearing what the person's saying. Listening is hearing what they're not saying. Listening is noticing when somebody withdraws. Listening is noticing, like with the drugs too. Listening is noticing when somebody's getting too skinny. Listening is noticing when somebody doesn't answer their phone. So we have to learn how to listen to what people are saying and what people are not saying. And we have to learn how to ask questions and have that chutzpah, be brave enough, care enough to reach out to another and say, hey, I've noticed some changes going on in your life. Are you okay? And if you know they're lying to you, you have to be brave enough. I'll give you the example. I called up my friend and I said, I said, hey, I want to have a talk. Can I ask you something? She said, sure, of course. I said, hold on. I'm about to cross a line. So I just want to tell you that you can tell me to F off if you get mad at me. So she's like, okay, sure, you can ask me a question. And I asked her, is your cancer back? She wouldn't answer. Is your cancer back? I asked her again. Long and short, I said, I know you have cancer, so let me ask you this. Are you not going to the doctor because you want to die? Again, she didn't want to answer me, so I finally said, are you trying to kill yourself? Do you want to die? And she answered me. She said, so what if I do want to die? And then the conversation began. Yeah, Deb, you get it. So then the conversation began. I didn't care. In that moment, I took one for the team. In that moment, it didn't matter if she told me to F off. It didn't matter if she hated me. I saw the warning signs. I heard the little things she was saying, and I heard everything else that she wasn't saying. And I knew she could be so mad at me right now. And she was. But she's grateful. So when she finally did go to the doctor, she was diagnosed with stage 3.5 cancer, and they didn't think she had long to live. Cut to 23 months later, she is thriving. And so am I, because when she asked me, why are you asking me these questions? Like, where's this coming from? Why are you asking me all this stuff about if I want to die or not? And I said, because in you, I see me. You're reflecting back to me exactly how I feel right now, and I don't want to live. I want to die, because that's where I was at. And so together we began this conversation, and spoiler alert, here I am. So obviously I chose life. And see, that's the thing. I chose life. I don't have all the answers here, people, but what I know is we need to start asking the questions. This social media, in a way, it has destroyed us. It's destroyed us. We are so disconnected right now, and relationships have been reduced to, oh, well, I like your posts. We text people emojis. Woo, it's a huge deal if someone actually takes a moment to write you a comment. This is what we've reduced relationships to, and it's why we're all hurting. And so that's what I ask you today is, let's start the conversation. One, let's learn how to listen. Let's learn how to look, to see, to listen. And that requires us to stop thinking about what we're going to say next, to stop thinking about how the conversation relates to us, to get out of our head and into our heart. We got to get out of the past, out of the future, and be here now. Like, right? If we were together, we need to learn how to look people in the eyes again instead of constantly looking down, looking at these devices. So this is a call to help 2 people in 2 days, 2 very high profile suicides. And you know what's going to happen? There's going to be more suicides because the stupid people in the media, they put out there how these people were, how Kate Spade did it. Stop. And stop shaming the people who do it, because that only is going to hurt the people who are left behind. We can't talk so bad about them. And it's like, this is burning. I want to barf right now. I don't want to, there's shame involved in this. There's embarrassing. Like, I could just feel like I could cry, because it's not easy to say I got to that point where I was so weak, where I was so lost, where the demons were effing with me and I was believing it. The difference is I chose life. That's it. I chose life. And you know what? Not everybody is able to do that. It's because I made a promise. I almost died by suicide when I was 16. I had a near death. And in that moment, I promised I'd never kill myself again. So that's really what kept me alive. It's not that easy for everyone. And so we've got to learn how to be that support. We've got to take it off the social media, out of the text. We got to give people a call. We got to ring their doorbell. And we've got to be better. We've got to be better, because the bar has been so lowered on society. And any of you who are hearing me and feeling me, it's up to us to start lifting it up higher. It's up to us, because it's only going to get worse until we break through these walls and we say enough. Likes and comments and texts is not enough. I want to have real moments with people again. So that's all. I mean, like I said, it hurts my heart so much. But if this could happen to me, I'm a life coach. I'm a guide. Like, I help people live their awesome life. I have so many tools. I lead certifications. I teach people all the time. If I couldn't bring myself back, it makes me really scared for the rest of people out there. It makes me really scared for what's going on in the world. And here's another thing I want to tell you is your friends are in pain. Your family is in pain. And the reason I know is not only am I a coach, I'm a reverend. They write me. They call me. They tell me their secrets. And you know what? Once in a period of a few months, 5 people from the same circle wrote to me to tell me their problems, which were the same problems that all 5 of them were going through. All 5 of them were going through the same thing, but you can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone, I hate my husband hates me, there's cheating, there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's sleeping pills, there's antidepressants, there's anxiety, there's insomnia. They all write to tell me their problems, but can't tell anyone. But you know what you see on Facebook and all the social media? Hashtag living the good life. Hey, look at me. Woohoo. Everything's great. Loving my life. Living my life. Bullshit. I'm here to call bullshit. We all have to stop being so fake. And you know what? If your friends and family can't be with the real you can't really get a new family, but you need to create a new circle around yourself. And so I'm going to be brave enough to say that. And I ask all of you, tell people what's really going on. If your big, beautiful house is being foreclosed on, stop hiding it. That's what's making you sick. That's why you feel alone. That's why you're depressed. That's why you got anxiety and you can't sleep, because you're lying. We all have to learn how to be transparent, how to be truthful, how to be real. Social media has made us fake, and it's time we all learn how to be real again. And hashtag true life, real story. That's what I'm doing here today. And everyone else, you need to be able to accept it. The reason people are afraid to tell you what's really going on in you is because you gossip and you talk about people behind their back. And it's just a fact. Human beings care what other human beings think of us. We're pack animals, so we want to fit in. So if you want to do anything for society, stop talking about people. Don't talk about people's problems. Don't create drama. ask people questions, listen, and everybody just keep it real, man. If these people are like killing themselves, whether it's drugs, alcohol, or suicide, if these people who were killing themselves were able to tell another, I'm going to kill myself, then maybe somebody could have stopped them. So we need to be real. Like, whatever your issues are, please tell somebody. And most people aren't listening, so your best advice is to tell a professional, okay? Tell a professional. Call the National Suicide Prevention Lifelines. I've called it myself, and it's helped me. I'm alive. And I'm living dreams. FYI, I got the TED Talk. Yeah, September 9th. So I'm doing things now I never thought were possible because I chose to fight for my life and live it to the fullest and create a life I wanted to love. So that's all. I know it was really intense and stuff, but like a little piece of me dies every time somebody kills themselves. It's, and we're all dying because we're not as connected. And so in little ways, you know, we're shrunk. Life's not that fulfilling. And it's time for us to make that choice for ourselves and be that person for others. All right. Ciao for now.